USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne running a little late, and it's Tuesday. What's up, Jess? How you feeling?
It's good to see you in here.
Yes, I'm back from Dominica.
Serbia on the road, okay?
Yeah, I'm back from Dominica.
Last week, China.
Yes.
This week, Dominica.
Yes.
Where you going next week?
I'm good this week.
Wait, the week before that, Greece. I forgot.
I was in Greece, yeah. Then I was in, I had to go to Austin, Texas for F1.
Okay.
This week I'm going to Philly.
Okay.
Salute to Philly for
right
the
down the street.
Delaware State versus Norfolk State game.
Oh,
So Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick, both of those head coaches, they're going to be playing this in Philly this week, which is going to be pretty dope. So I'm going to go support my HBCUs. I'm not going that far, just down the road. That's it. Just down the road,
I know.
About an hour and a half. That's it.
But can't nobody ever say that you don't be doing nothing.
Oh, no, I'll be out. I'll be outside touching people.
Remember when Dane was like, you changed your whole life last time he saw you? Whole time.
He said he said
you don't do nothing but be in the radio in a coffin.
I know.
And you be out here, man.
The funny thing is, every time I post a picture of where I'm at, everybody starts tagging Dane. Look at these views. Look at these views.
But that's his fault, because he the one that challenged you to the view.
Yeah. Well, salute to Dame Dash.
Yeah.
But if you're traveling, no matter where you have to go, give yourself a little extra time. As I was flying back from Dominica, there's not too many flights from Dominica, but because of the weather in Jamaica and the hurricanes, it's about to hit Jamaica today, they're saying, but because of the hurricanes, Hurricane Melissa, I was delayed for a long time. Like, I didn't get home until 1:30 in the morning. Like, it was just delayed. And this is the first time I ever heard the pilot say, look, you better go to the bathroom now. I'm not taking the seatbelt sign off.
Oh, wow.
The stewardess are not getting up, so you better go to the bathroom now. This is going to be a bumpy one.
Oh, wow.
And it was. It was. We would wobble, shake the whole time, but we made it back safe. So, so give yourself a little extra time. I'm sure Mimi will be filling us in what's going on with Jamaica.
Yeah.
I've been seeing so many. They're saying this is going to be the worst hurricane. If it is like it is now, over 170 miles per hour winds, this is going to be the worst hurricane ever to hit Jamaica.
Jesus.
They say Jamaica's probably going to be unrecognizable.
Oh,
and there's still people there that haven't evacuated. There's tourists still there. So, there's a lot going on. I'm sure she'll break that down. But today on the show, Abby Phillip will be joining us. She's a CNN anchor, senior political correspondent, and host of News Night with Abby Phillip. All right, she has a new book, A Dream Deferred: Jesse Jackson and the Fight for Black Political Power. It's out today, and we'll talk to her in a little bit. But let's get the show cracking. We got front page news. What's up, Charlamagne? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, Major League Baseball, last night's game, the Dodgers won 6-5. It went to 18 innings. The game was 7 hours long.
Why?
Damn.
It went to 18 innings.
They got to start doing steroids again, man. They might got time
What?
for all that.
Yes.
I'm serious.
The score was
illegal.
6-5.
You cannot do that.
No, you definitely can't do that. But that was
Sport was better when everybody was on steroids. But the games were shorter.
More home runs. But they do it better. The games are a lot shorter now. They have the games running. But when I got on the plane, the game was happening. When I got off, it was happening. When I got home, it was still happening.
Damn.
For the baseball fans in the room, the Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Dominican, sir. I'm not Dominican, but go ahead.
Is that entertaining? I don't know. I'm asking.
That long. Come on.
If your team is playing, yes, because it's an inning where you're hoping for a home run or you're hoping for enough runs. I think so. What you think?
I feel like 18 innings is too long.
But what you gonna do if your team is playing?
You're gonna watch
even
as
if
a
it
fan.
is, even if it is your team, you can take a break and go do something and come back. Like if you can take a break and go watch a movie and come back and the game is still on.
But then people got work in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, there's no tie in baseball. You can't tie, so you got to close it out. The only time I guess is a tie if there's a rain delay and they got to do it over. But there is no tie.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to keep playing till somebody win.
Yeah, and also last night in Monday Night Football, the Chiefs beat the Commanders 28-7. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MV, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Peace, baby.
Good morning. All right, well, we start this morning on day 28 of the government shutdown, and the Senate has now voted 12 times on a measure to reopen the government, each one failing, and currently there's no new vote scheduled. Now, the American Federation of Government Employees, that's the union that represents more than 820,000 federal workers, say it's time to pass a short-term funding bill and get people back to work. Now, the union president says both parties have made their point, but federal workers should not be the ones paying the price. Now, federal employees, they missed their first full paycheck last week, and many are now lining up at food banks to feed their families. And the union is calling that situation a national disgrace. Meanwhile, the impact is about to get much worse. The Agriculture Department says funding for SNAP benefits, that's the Federal Food Assistance Program, will run out on Friday, leaving more than 40 million Americans without help to buy food. Now, SNAP funding has never lapsed in modern history, even during previous shutdowns. Administration officials have the authority to use emergency funds to keep the program running, but so far, they've refused to do it. Now, that decision is drawing major criticism from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who accused the Trump administration of putting politics ahead of people. Let's listen to what he had to say.
The administration's decision to let SNAP freeze is callous, is cynical, and entirely unnecessary. Donald Trump says there's no money to pay hungry kids workers, but he's spending $40 billion to bail out Argentina, $300 billion on his vanity ballroom, $172 million on 2 luxury jets for Kristi Noem, hundreds of millions for outfitting his foreign jet, but nothing to help hungry kids.
Yeah. So,
I think the Democrats will cave soon. Because you know, I think everybody's gonna cave soon.
I think so.
Because the military about to miss another check, SNAP benefits about to be a wrap. But you know, those flight delays and you know the air traffic controller shortages, when the airports really start effing up, that's when everybody's gonna be like, okay, let's get back to
let's cave in and
let's
just get this done. Mm-hmm.
But cave in and do what though? Like
vote.
Sign off on this bill.
Yeah, vote.
So they sign off on the bill.
They reopen the government.
Reopen the government. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the federal union that represents both, the workers, D.C. federal workers and the federal workers, in the United States, period, they are saying they don't care anymore. Just pass a bill. Both sides have made their point. They just want people back to work. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so President Trump, he is in Asia all week. So leaving little hope that something will happen this week. There is no vote planned for this week, as I said. So we will continue to watch that. As of right now, there is no clear end in sight.
That's what I said. It won't be a political win for either party, because at the end of the day, people don't care. Like, people just want their check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People just want to get to where they going to on time when they're at the airport. Like, that's what they care about. So once all of this is over, nobody's going to care who fault it was. They're just going to be happy the government's back open.
A lot of people don't even know what the reasoning that they haven't signed off on. Like, they just want their check. They just want their food.
I'm sitting there like trying to figure out what the bill is that's so important that they're actually like bullying Democrats into signing, basically, because you stopping people from getting paid just so somebody can sign a bill. What is the bill for? Yeah. Like, exactly, what is it?
And people can't, it's about healthcare, but people can't worry about healthcare if they can't put food on the table.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the, all of this is coming from. The fight is still going. And while Washington remains stuck, the Trump administration is moving forward on another plan, another front, immigration. Homeland Security tells NBC News that White House, they are planning to replace several ICE field directors with Border Patrol agents amid growing frustration over the pace of deportations. So right now, ICE averages just over 1,100 arrests a day. That's well below the 3,000 daily arrests reportedly pushed by the White House, and that's coming from advisor Stephen Miller. And that frustration has led to the administration to lean more heavily on Border Patrol, an agency known for their more aggressive enforcement style. Now, Border Patrol, they have drawn praise from senior officials for tactics like helicopter deployments. We saw that in Chicago, using unmarked vehicles during arrest operations. And at least a dozen ICE field directors could be reassigned in the coming days, with roughly half of those roles expected to go to Border Patrol leaders. But not everyone inside the agency agrees with the shift. Some ICE officials have raised concerns, saying that those border-style tactics that I just mentioned, they are designed for open terrain, not dense cities. That could put both officers and civilians at risk. So the immigration fight continues. We'll see how they decide to move forward with that.
Yeah, they're not playing. Don't even say Ola and mixed company. Okay, you might get detained. All right, they're going to start raiding Chipotle soon. All right, that's why Envy don't want to be Dominican no more.
I never was Dominican, but they grabbing everybody, which is scary. I seen they had the one teenager in school. They took him, and he's been here, I think, since like 2 or 3 years old. And the reason they said that he can't go with his family is because he's been abandoned by his dad. He's been here, I think, since 3 in school. They took him out of his high school.
You know, you out in L.A., Mimi, do you hear a lot of people complaining about getting like profiled and like pulled over and detained? And
absolutely. They are targeting certain communities. So, they're going, especially to where they feel like the Hispanic community lives, where they worship, even, where they go to school, like everything. I was doing a drive in Pasadena, raising money and food for people in Altadena. They canceled it because there was an ICE raid like down the street. So they are really, they are definitely really coming for everybody right now. 3,000 arrests daily is wild.
I asked because I know they passed that, what was it, the Racial and Identity Profiling Act or something like that? Yeah.
All right. Well, that's front page news. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, brother? Get it off your chest. What's your name?
Lenard McAlpin. Yo, how come we don't ever shout out Tuskegee University when you shout out the HBCUs? You shout out every other HBCUs except for Tuskegee, man.
That's your job.
Yeah.
That's my job. Hey, listen, I don't work on the radio every day. You shout out every single. You shout out Norfolk. You shout out what's Lauren's only HBCU?
Delaware State. But you on the radio now? Shout them out. Shout out Tuskegee. Stop wasting your time worrying about everybody else.
Yeah, there's 107 HBCU colleges and universities. There's no way I can shout them all out. Right. Salute to Tuskegee.
Hey, all right. Shout out Tuskegee. Your homecoming is this week, November 1st. Hey, y'all turn up. Y'all be safe, all right?
Yes, I shout out the HBCU I give money to, South Carolina State University, my mother's alma mater.
Yeah, I salute to all the ones that's in this region that I actually go to and DJ and spin and talk to students.
Damn, maybe I should start shouting out Morgan and Bowie and Copp and then.
Absolutely.
I mean, I never went, but yeah.
But those are ones
keep it to Baltimore Community College.
I never.
You went to Baltimore Community?
For a little bit.
BMCC.
What was your major?
Mortuary science, nigga.
Oh, mortuary. That's right. She said it's so tough. Mortuary science.
Yeah, because y'all
they got a mascot.
No, they don't. No. CCBC? No.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is James calling from North Carolina.
Hey, what's up, James? Get it off your chest.
Hey, what's up, man? Another day, another struggle. But I recently watched that movie Weapons.
I heard about it.
I had a question for. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I had a question for Charlamagne, man. You being from Moncks Corner and all. At first, I was gonna ask you if you clean shave your head on purpose, but the man that took my call said that you have a receding hairline. But
first of all, who the hell told you that? I'm gonna fire them right now. Why would they share that information with you? For what?
Wow.
What the hell?
Well, no, I told him that I was gonna ask you if you clean shave your head on purpose, and he said, "Nah, he just has a messed up hairline." And
wow,
damn,
fired him.
Damn,
Eddie, tell me fired.
Nah, man, I ain't trying to get brother in trouble, man. I'm just explaining.
But what was your question, sir?
Yeah, you do that. I was going to ask you if you do that on purpose, clean shave your head, so that nobody can get access to your.
Yeah, I thank God that I'm bald headed. Even though in Taiwan they have some drops right now that can grow your hair back, but I'm just not interested. I could have been with the turkey or something and got a hairline. I'm not interested in it. I like being bald headed.
But he wants to know, did you cut it off because of receding hairline or
did you cut it off because you wanted to?
Probably because of the receding hairline. Yeah, more than likely.
Dude's right.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been so long. I've been bald for a long time.
Oh yeah. Damn. That means he's bald.
So being from Moncks Corner, bro, you grew up around like Geechee folk, right?
Of course. I was born in Charleston. Absolutely.
And I bet you never ate your wife's spaghetti until you knew she was the one, huh?
What are you talking about?
What is going on with this one?
I thought he was going to have a question about Weapons, the movie. And
by the way, that's the kind of small talk I like. If you're going to make small talk, make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? I bet you never ate your wife's spaghetti. Now, I'm going to call security on you just to watch this dude. But that's the type of small talk
But how does he start with weapons, right? He goes, yeah,
right,
weapons.
I thought he was
going to weapons, but then didn't even ask about weapons. He just said, I seen it.
I wanted to watch Weapons, but my wife was like, she ain't want to watch it, so we ain't watch it.
Damn, it was really good. A lot of people loved it.
I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, too. Mm-hmm.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Oh, man. Here y'all go with this. Hey, Envy, how y'all doing? Hey, everybody. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Listen, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay. First of all, ladies, love y'all. Y'all do a good job. We love y'all down here in the D. Okay, I want to make sure we say all that first.
Thank you, baby.
It's not for y'all. My cousins told me to tell Charlamagne this for the three of us. Charlamagne, your black ball head ass. You didn't put our cousin on that goddamn dunk the other day, yesterday. Everything ain't funny, man.
What happened?
We love our kids down here. You ain't even had the facts right, man. Get that right before you be going on there. You do the everybody told me Brady don't say nothing because, you know, he talk about everybody. I don't give a fuck, man. Now you talking about people's family. We don't like that shit. Everything ain't funny. Especially when it comes to these kids, man. And a black man, I'm mad as hell you did it to a black man that really with his kids. In a white environment that you don't even know about. Stop doing that, man.
What happened?
Stop doing that.
Who did he give donkey to yesterday?
David Scott Jr., 43 years old. He allegedly told the teacher, I'm going to air this bitch out. And so he got arrested.
Oh.
And he didn't say that. Smarty pants.
Well, I said during Donkey of the Day, I don't know if he said that or not, but what I said was he clearly said something that led to his arrest, and then I gave other ways for him to possibly handle the situation, like calmly request a meeting with the teacher or the school administration.
And they did, Charlamagne. I got to stop you, bro.
Okay.
They did. That's what I'm telling you. All those things, you didn't even let the story play out. You know how the media is. Just like they did here. When they went and interviewed the mother, they didn't play the whole clip or show the evidence that she had about how they went to the school, how they were talking to the principal. So all I'm calling to tell you is, man, listen.
I didn't see that on the clip. I watched the whole clip. I didn't see
I know
her
you
say
didn't
that.
see it on the clip. Listen, I know you didn't because his brother called and checked the lady about that. That's what I'm telling you. If it was some shit like that, man, well, nobody be even saying nothing. But let me tell you something. What we not going to do is penalize and fuck over the brothers that's really out here. That man with his kids every day.
Did you hear me say I can understand the brother feeling the way he felt, but there's other ways to handle the situation?
There's other ways to handle it, man, but I want y'all to know that, listen, he don't handle things like that. When they say that, that's like a different type of environment. Y'all got people, places like that in New York.
What you mean, different type of environment? Like, tell me, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
Like, okay, so they stay in a place called East Point.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Over there, they don't really with the black, like how they, you know what I'm saying, like Detroit is. That's not Detroit over there.
So it's a white area. It's a white area, and the white area and the white area don't mess with the black people over there.
Yeah, not really. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you move over there, listen, that's like anywhere you go. If you move on the block and it's gentrified, you know what I'm saying? You're going to meet neighbors and you're going to get along with people. But that area, hell no, man. No.
Okay,
so for him to be survived over there all the time, he's been over there and ain't never had a problem with where he come from. Leave my cousin alone, man. He a good guy, bro. If it wasn't something else, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Well,
you feel what I'm saying?
Well, hold on.
He's a good dad, man.
Now, hold on. I'm not saying.
They know you said that. He come from good stuff. He come from a good family. He a good brother, bro.
Yes, nobody said Nobody said he's not. All I simply said was there's other ways to handle the situation.
And he tried, bro. I want you to say that. He tried. Do some more investigating before you bring like that, man.
So he didn't say nothing bad to the teacher whatsoever.
We ain't gonna say here.
By the way, I want you to go back and listen to the Donkey today. And I specifically said, I don't know whether he said Ed is B out.
I don't want to listen to it.
But he said something. He said something that got him arrested. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
listen, let me say this to you, Charlamagne. I'm going to tell you like I told everybody else.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they said, yeah, Charlamagne do this all the time. He talk about everybody. Let me say this. I don't listen to that because I know it's fun. It's entertainment. I'm going to tell you like this. We are black, man. Our family love each other. We love our kids. We don't even play games like that. So anybody go look at anything down here on these Facebooks and all that, what everybody's saying about that. He ain't even like that.
Yes, ma'am.
They some scary over there that took some and ran with it. But
yes,
please don't ever put no image of our family out like that, bro. We don't do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all I got to say.
Okay.
Love y'all, Envy. You know we with you down here. Jess Hilarious, we love you.
I love you too,
We love y'all. But Charlamagne, you gotta stop that, man.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, First Lady.
Got you.
Love y'all.
Yes,
Love
ma'am.
you
Love
too,
you
babe.
too. Now, let the moral of the story show that. Let the moral of the story be that I understand everything that she's saying. But as I said, you can't go down to the school whether he said Ed is B out or not. Whatever he said caused them people to call the police, and he got arrested. So there's other ways to handle the situation. Request a meeting with the teacher or the school administration. Okay, gather more information and see what their policy is in regards to the snacks.
She said they did all that. That's what she said. She said they did all
but she
that.
also said that she can't say that he ain't say nothing. Okay,
But
like
that's
come
our-
on,
that's
man.
our family. That's our cousin. So
I get it.
she won't
I
call
get
the
it.
pig.
I get it.
All
Okay,
right.
I get it.
But thank you, First Lady. First Lady, if you need another cousin, I'll be your cousin
Yeah,
too. 'Cause you
for
rock for
real,
your
man.
family, baby. You rock for your
I
family.
need them.
She woke up early in the morning for that this morning.
That's great. That don't mean she right though.
I didn't say that. I just said
Because like, as I said yesterday, smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. We got to learn from situations like David Scott Jr. And I'm sorry that brother's in the situation that he's in, but we know that we just can't handle, things in that way. Especially being that he's a black man dealing with them white people, as she said, that probably prejudiced.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, salute to the whole Detroit. What up, though, out there? All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
We do. We gonna talk about Super Bowl because y'all know how people keep saying Bad Bunny's gonna break all these records. Gonna be like the most. I believe it now. Everybody's.
You didn't believe it before?
You're ridiculous.
I believe.
When I say you're a ridiculous
people
human,
were gonna tune in.
I hate the
You
fact
don't
that
believe
you got to
it?
listen to the internet. I hate the fact that the
it's not
internet
even-
how
has
it's-
big
it's
Bad
not-
Bunny is
come
and all
on,
that
Unc,
stuff.
It's not even the internet.
Come on, Unc.
Why do you believe it now?
Because even Jay-Z has had to come out and defend his Super Bowl pick, and Jay-Z don't defend nothing. He stand on what he stand on. We gonna talk about it.
What? This is crazy. This is actually sad, yo. Like, this is sad.
Now I believe it.
Don't
She
worry
ain't
about
believe it
that.
before?
It's
No,
sad. This
I
is
didn't.
sad.
I knew it was gonna be a big watched Super Bowl.
There's two things.
It's Bad Bunny.
Hey, I
But-
hate to say this in front of mixed company, but there's two things niggas hate.
What?
Reading and accountability. Okay? A little bit of reading would have let her know that why Bad Bunny's gonna break the
Oh, my goodness.
I was
Okay.
in Puerto Rico when his
I was
residency
in
was
Puerto
there.
Rico. You got one
my
Puerto Rican
God.
friend. I got one Puerto Rican friend. All right. Ladies, the ladies are coming up to the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Jay-Z was out in New York City yesterday, and TMZ ran into him. Shout out to Celia, the camera girl here in New York. Ran into Jay-Z and had a brief conversation with him about the Super Bowl. Let's take a listen.
So we gotta talk Bad Bunny.
I don't want to talk about nothing.
Oh my goodness, not even Bad Bunny. Why are people hating on him?
They love him. Don't let them fool you.
I love that. So we gotta ask you, what are the Super Bowl predictions, Mr. Carter? Do you have any? So how did the combo go? Like, was Bad Bunny like super surprised? Pick
I ain't
Bad
got
Bunny.
nothing for you. I don't want to disrespect you.
No,
But you
it's
know me about
okay,
nothing.
sir. You were nice last time I got you.
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect you, but I ain't got no scoops for you. I love you though. Keep doing your thing.
I appreciate you.
look at the drink.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Ciao.
I'm about to say that didn't even sound right. Jay-Z stopped with TMZ.
I ain't got
I was
no
like,
scoop for you.
I feel like the reason why he stopped is because he saw Celine. She's a black girl, and he wants to make sure at least he isn't rude and how he
Jay-Z's
just
very
keep
polite
going.
to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Can I
know.
ask a question though? Before the break, Lauren said that's what convinced her that Bad Bunny is going to break the Super Bowl record.
He didn't
Is that
say
right there? He
anything.
didn't say nothing.
He normally says less than that. At least he said that. Like, that is a thing. Jay-Z don't talk
my
to
goodness.
no TMZ. Y'all
Oh,
just
my
said
goodness.
it. Okay?
He didn't
All
say
right.
he didn't say anything, Lauren.
He did. He
just
said they're
"I'm not
going to
gonna give
love
a scoop."
him. And you didn't have J-Lo defending Bad Bunny. You didn't have Shakira, Roger Goodell. All these people. The politicians are upset. This is going to be a big thing, y'all.
So, cause Jay-Z said you're gonna like him, that makes you riding out all the way.
I mean, he
No,
also
it's not
said
even-
don't let them fool you.
Oh, that was it.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I
When-
wasn't
when-
against
when-
Bad Bunny
when-
for the Super Bowl in the beginning.
When
but
they announced Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl, You didn't think about his 30-day residency in Puerto Rico that an estimated 600,000 people came to see that brought $400 million to the local economy. You didn't think about him having the most watched single artist performance on Amazon ever. You didn't think about him having the most watched concert in Twitch history. It took Jay-Z saying nothing.
Or the 75% increase in revenue that he brought to hotels in Puerto Rico. I knew all of that. We talked about that when we talked about it.
To make you say, to make you believe.
2 million monthly listeners.
Bad Bunny is going to break whatever the Super Bowl record is. For the most watched Super Bowl is actually the last 3 Super Bowls.
Makes him one of the top streaming artists globally.
Usher and Rihanna.
And y'all know when I talk, sometimes like I say what I mean, but not all the way. Because all of the Super Bowls have been big under Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Right? They've all made history. They're winning awards, all the things. I knew it was going to be big.
They're picking the right artists.
Exactly. So I knew it was going to be big. It's Bad Bunny. But I feel like for Jay-Z to even have to say they love him, don't let them fool you. It's a thing. Because he didn't have to say that. He didn't want to say that. He said it in the beginning, I don't got nothing for you. But he kept going. So there we have it. He has defended the Super Bowl, and it is
He didn't
decided.
say anything. He didn't say anything. He just said, ma'am, I'm not going to give you scoop.
That's TMZ brain. That's her old TMZ brain.
You heard the line?
Yes,
thank you.
That's her old
You
TMZ
are delirious,
brain.
man.
It's actually sad. It's actually kind of sad, man. But she did hit her head as a child. Let's always remember that.
And she could have died, so don't bring that up.
She could have died.
I've told him that multiple times. All right, well, in other New York news,
oh my goodness.
What?
Nothing.
Be going to other news. Okay. In other news,
he said leave his city alone. Like, nah. What's up?
So there is a actual date now for Diddy's expected release if he doesn't get the appeal. And I mean, I guess this is a story just because people are seeing the date. But if you calculated the time that we knew he got when he was sentenced, it would have took you here. But yeah, so the date is May 8th, 2028. It's officially listed on the Bureau of Prisons website. It's a long time from now, but we know that Diddy
3
is.
Super Bowls.
A long time. Diddy is looking to appeal. I checked in on the appeal yesterday. They say, they still have a few more weeks, so they're, figuring that out. And in the meantime, he's still waiting to be placed where he's going to be placed in all those things. Like, that's a long time from now, though. That date sounds so far.
Does that calculate good behavior and all that other stuff? It doesn't, right?
No.
Because he gets time for good behavior, he gets time for different programs, right?
Well, it depends. First of all, we don't even know if he's going to serve all that time if the pill doesn't go through. But yeah, so you will have to calculate all that. What they do is on these the websites, like they did it with Pooh Shiesty. Remember, I said he was released, but there was a 2026 date that was listed. Whatever your sentences that you're given, that's the date that they'll list, and then whatever happens from that. So this is just a thing.
So if he has to serve the time, he'll get out probably a lot earlier than
but
that.
This is just a thing because it's Diddy and it's the sentencing and the date is far. Like 2028 is a long time from now to think about somebody as rich and famous as Diddy was sitting somewhere behind bars.
Yeah, that's why I hate when people say things like it's a short bid. Ain't no such thing as a short bid. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, there's a difference between 20 years and 3 years. But a day in prison is a day in prison.
Especially when you were living the way, and for anybody, but especially if you were living the way that Diddy was living. I told y'all this before. I realized in court after seeing like the pictures of the houses and all the things, I knew that he was rich and he was a huge celebrity.
He's still rich. Don't you say was. He still got money.
Okay, but he can't utilize any of it right now.
Okay.
But I'm saying I didn't realize how wealthy he was living and how like what his life really entailed on the inside because you only see what he shows you. So I knew it was big, but to see it and hear about all the different staffs at each house and
numbers mean anything?
Yeah.
Like when you see like somebody's worth like a couple $1 billion, does that mean anything?
And you even said that you was working at a couple of his parties before.
No. But yeah, you see it. Like if you're at the house, you see the party, you see the house. But when you're in court and they're going through like how much everybody was getting paid, the different houses, the different jets,
you, Lauren,
the different jets. It's different when you see it up close.
The Beverly Hills house was close to $50 million. The Star Island is like $36 million. He has cribs. He takes care of families. What are you talking about?
I was sitting in court like, dang, that's a lot to throw away right here.
I'm pouring out that liquor at your desk. I'm sick of this.
What?
That big ass bottle of Casamigos at your desk. I'm about to go pour it out. I can't take no more.
You keep saying I have a helmet, but she needs to put her helmet back on. I don't know if it's the wig helmet or what it is.
Y'all know exactly what I mean.
No, we don't.
No, we really don't.
Well, all right. I'll keep y'all updated on.
I didn't know Diddy was that rich.
No, I knew he was that rich. It's just to see it up close in person.
I didn't know Bad Bunny was that big. Crazy.
This is crazy. I'm not being honest with you.
I didn't know y'all was this non-supportive. That's it. That's all I got for this hour.
Oh, happy birthday to a real nigga. Caitlyn Jenner, it's a birthday. And also Frank Ocean.
She's not an N-word.
No. Frank Ocean is the real nigga. But I looked down and saw,
okay.
Caitlyn Jenner. So happy birthday, Caitlyn Jenner and Frank Ocean.
All right. Okay.
Happy born day to Caitlyn.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when we come back, we have front page news and then CNN anchor and
Abby
host
Phillip.
of Newsnight with Abby Phillip will be
She's
joining us.
got a new book, A Dream Deferred, Jesse Jackson in the fight for black political power. She'll be here to talk to us about it.
So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. Now, last night, Major League Baseball, the Dodgers won 6-5. The game was 7 hours long. It was 18 or 19 innings. 18 innings?
Too long.
18 innings. When I got on my plane, it was on. When I got off the plane, it was on. And then when I got home, it was still on. I went to sleep, and I was like, this is just stupid.
And that's why they should let baseball players take steroids, because they'll hit more home runs and these games won't last so long.
But that's illegal. Like, they can't do that.
Though.
It is.
It's fun.
It is.
To watch.
Yes,
then also in Monday Night Football, the Chiefs beat the Commanders 28-7. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB. Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, girl.
Good morning. All right, well, we start this hour in the Caribbean where Hurricane Melissa has exploded into a monster storm. Overnight, Melissa rapidly intensified into a Category 5 hurricane with winds reaching 175 miles per hour, making it the strongest storm on the planet this year. Now, Jamaica is bracing for what could be its worst hurricane in recorded history. The storm's outer bands are already pounding the island with heavy rain and fierce winds, and conditions are only expected to get worse. Now, officials have ordered mandatory evacuations for coastal areas, warning that catastrophic flooding, landslides, and storm surges up to 13 feet could make some communities impossible to reach. Now, landfall is expected within the next few hours. And for many families here in the U.S. with loved ones in Jamaica, this is an incredibly tense moment. Entire neighborhoods are without power. Communication is already spotty in some areas. And officials warn that flooding and landslides could make certain communities impossible to reach in the coming days. And for families trying to prepare, time is quickly running out. A family from Long Island who owns a resort in Jamaica, they said that they're doing everything they can to get ready, boarding up, stockpiling supplies, bracing for impact. But like so many others, they're unsure of what comes next. Let's listen.
Once landfall is made, everybody is going to stay exactly where they are. I'm expecting this to be an extremely violent experience. I am scared. I'm scared for Jamaica. You know, I don't know what this is going to turn out to be.
Yeah. And so at least 7 people have been killed across the region, 3 in Jamaica, 3 in Haiti, and 1 in the Dominican Republic. Melissa will continue moving north today, bringing dangerous winds and flooding rains to Cuba and then to the Bahamas next. And while there's no direct threat to the U.S., the images and stories coming out of Jamaica this morning are heartbreaking, and officials say recovery there could take months, even possibly years. So
that's horrible, man.
And when are they saying that the eye of the storm is supposed to be hitting Jamaica? Do we know what time or?
Well, it keeps changing because I read it said between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I looked and it hasn't made contact yet, MB. So that's why I said within the next few hours. It said early this morning to late this afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, it should be making landfall in Jamaica. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it now. It says, May Penn, it said between 6 and 7, Montego Bay between 8 and 9, Kingston between 9 and 11, Spanish Town between 9 and 11, and then they said it goes to Cuba. So,
I mean, the only thing you can do at this point is, pray, right?
Just pray. That's it.
Hope that you make it out alive and then get ready for recovery.
Yeah, man.
And I just want to say to everybody out there, I love it, but stop. Like, I love the updates when they go outside because I'm interested in it because I want to see, but stop. Because when it hits, there is no, can I take it back? Just be safe, man. Bunker down and be safe.
And when the recovery happens, everybody that loves Jamaica and loves to go to Jamaica for tourism and, loves Jamaican culture and the food and the music and the women, y'all better dig in your pockets and donate a couple of dollars.
Yep.
Because they're going to need it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, meanwhile, Wells Fargo has agreed to pay $85 million to settle a class action lawsuit over claims the bank held fake job interviews to meet diversity goals. Now, the lawsuit alleges that Wells Fargo interviewed women and people of color for jobs that had already been filled, creating the appearance of a fair hiring process that actually was not happening. Now, former employees say they were instructed to interview diverse candidates for roles that were already decided. Some said that when they raised concerns internally, those practices continued. Now, these claims, they date from February 2021 to June of 2022. They were consolidated into a class action suit filed by SEB Investment Management on behalf of shareholders who said Wells Fargo misled investors about its hiring practices. Now, Wells Fargo, they are denying any wrongdoing, saying it settled the case to avoid the cost and distraction of a lengthy court battle. The settlement still needs to be approved, but if finalized, shareholders who owned Wells Fargo stock between February of 2021 and June of 2022 could receive compensation after fees and expenses are deducted. So, yeah, that's a story to keep watching. Also, from financial scandals to fall flavors, let's talk about something just a little bit lighter. So it is October, which means it is officially pumpkin spice everywhere season, right?
Lord.
Oh my God, that's so fresh.
Pumpkin spice is white people's sweet potato pie.
Yes, I do not like pumpkin.
Yeah, so from lattes to candles to grocery store shelves, it is everywhere, but not everyone's on board. So a new 2025 study found that pumpkin spice fatigue is setting in about more than 2 decades. It's been more than 2 decades of pumpkin spice mania. So about half of Americans say that they have just had enough, while the other half are still embracing it. Younger consumers, they are keeping the trend alive. So Gen Z and millennials, they continue to buy pumpkin spice everything from cream cheese to cereal to lotion, protein powder, even dog treats. While boomers, they are moving on, choosing more traditional flavors over pumpkin spice. And for companies, though, that divide hasn't slowed business. The pumpkin spice market is an $800 million a year business.
Wow.
With new price. Yep.
Why people don't do that with sweet potatoes, though? Like, I've always wondered that. Where the sweet potato latte? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the sweet potato spice smell?
You want to laugh? In China, they have sweet potato lattes.
Really?
And Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is it, y'all. But so they were saying that when you hear pumpkin spice, it now marks the unofficial start of fall, and so a lot of people are saying they are over it. They don't want it anymore, but clearly it is an $800 million business, so it is here to stay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of those folks just don't like white people. So anything that make I'm serious. Anything that make white people happy, they just like, I'm over it. I don't hear nothing about no pumpkin spice at a time like this.
Right. I mean,
that's all this is. I'm telling you, that's all it is. You get rid of DEI, we want to get rid of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Charlamagne.
That's all this is.
All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thanks, Mimi.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Now, when we come back, we have CNN anchor and host of Newsnight with Abby Phillip joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa's here as well. And we have a special guest in the building, CNN anchor, senior political correspondent, and host of Newsnight with Abby Phillip. Ladies and gentlemen, Abby Phillip. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
New book out, A
yeah.
Dream Deferred, Jesse Jackson and the Fight for Black Political Power. I'm from South Carolina, so I completely understand Jesse Jackson and why he deserves all the praise. But why did you decide to write this book?
I think that there are a lot of people who have no idea that he ran for president, honestly. And they don't, and if they know that he ran for president, they probably don't have any idea that he came second in the Democratic nomination in 1988. So he was the runner-up. And before Obama, there was Jesse Jackson. And I think this chapter really is more important now than ever. Back in the 80s, I think people didn't have any way to know that what Jesse Jackson did really mattered in the long term. But it clearly mattered because had he not run, Obama wouldn't have been the nominee. Had he not run, I don't know that you would have like a Bernie Sanders or an AOC or even a Zohran Mamdani. I mean, these are people who are running on basically the same platform that Jesse Jackson ran on. And he really transformed Democratic politics, not to mention registering millions of voters and putting in place a lot of the people that you know, people like Donna Brazile, Mignon Moore, and so many others who are leaders in the Democratic Party. They are all there because of Jesse Jackson.
In the back of your book, The Praises,
Yeah.
You say, like, the first one talks about how Jesse Jackson doesn't get credit for how influential in American politics as he was. What credit do you want people to give him after they read your book?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he transformed the structure of the Democratic Party that made it easier for outsiders to come in and disrupt the system. I think that's really what his original goal was when he was running for president. He was basically saying to the Democratic Party, you have to take us seriously as black voters, and not just black voters, but all kinds of other voters. He brought Arab Americans into the voting process. He insisted on women being on the ticket. That's why Democrats had a woman on the ticket in 1984. He insisted on Asian Americans being part of the political process. So what he was arguing for was a political system that actually takes everybody seriously. And I do think we're closer to that now than we were in the 80s, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. But I also think, this is not about any kind of judgment about what you know or don't know about this particular chapter of history. But it's important to know that Jesse Jackson, like so many other of these leaders in our history, they had a lot of chapters. And this was a really significant chapter. I mean, he ran for president 2 times. He almost won the nomination. During one of these campaigns, he went to Syria and Cuba and brought prisoners of war back to the United States. I mean, he was doing a lot of things that if candidates were doing that today, we would be like, what? Yeah. Is that real? But he doesn't get a lot of credit for it. And I think a lot of it is because it was the first time that so many Americans had ever seen a black man try to do what he did. And I think it's important to remember how much of a, just a barrier breaker he was at that time.
What was the single biggest myth or misconception you discovered in your reporting about either of those campaigns that you wanted to correct?
That he was only running as a black candidate for black voters. I think that's the biggest misconception. He was obviously very interested, motivated by the desire to make sure that black people utilized their power, not just cast a ballot, but had leverage to get changes on the platform, policy, things that mattered to their day-to-day lives. But he was also in Missouri with white farmers.
That's right.
He was also in San Francisco with Asian American activists. That's why he called it the Rainbow Coalition. I think people remember him as being the candidate for black people, but he actually brought, as he said he would, a rainbow of people into the political process. And he does not get very much credit for how much appeal he had among white voters, especially when he ran the second time around. There's this great picture I have in the book of him at a rally with a bunch of white farmers in like their overalls, and they all have paper bags on their heads with their eyes cut off because they're trying to hide their faces from the feds who were trying to basically foreclose on their farms. And there's Jesse Jackson in the background with all of these white people rallying alongside them. And that's, for me, an iconic photo that kind of shows that he had the same energy for our community as he did for all of those other people. And he was arguing to them, look, the people who are trying to divide us along racial lines are trying to make you think that you don't have as much in common as a working class black person, and that's a lie. And a lot of people diminish that part of his campaign because it's easier to sort of just put him in a box of, oh, he was just a black candidate for black people.
I wonder where he fell short, because you talk about a lot in the book about the unlikely coalition he put together.
Yeah.
It seemed unlikely back then, but now it's like the norm, right? When you
exactly.
think of what President Obama did or what the VP tried to do. I mean, all candidates try to do it. Where did he fall short back then, you think?
There were a lot of things that happened. I think some of them were his own mistakes, and I write about those in the book. I mean, he had a very big controversy where
the Jewish slur?
Yeah, he used a slur against Jews in private, and then it became public, and he had a hard time figuring out how to deal with it and was slow in addressing it. And that really dogged him especially for the 1984 campaign, but it had an impact on 88 too. I think the other part of it was that he was a true outsider candidate. He had almost no establishment support. You know, he was like what Bernie Sanders was in 2016, where nobody wanted to touch him among establishment Democrats. And so it was harder for him to build a real campaign that had the infrastructure that he needed to take advantage of the momentum when he did encounter momentum. But I would say the other thing is that he was completely discounted as a candidate. I mean, I went back and I read virtually everything that was written about Jesse Jackson in those two campaigns. And the way they talked about him as if he was a gadfly candidate, as if, you know, they really did not take him seriously in the media. And back in that time, there was no way to bypass the mainstream media. And I do think a lot of times if he were running today, I mean, he was such a master of the press, of narrative, of really breaking through, but there was no internet. And if he had had that, I think it would have been a different story because so much of his message just never got to people.
One of the few black women on cable news with their own show, especially you, because, you know, you have your own Rainbow Coalition that you bring together every night. Okay.
That's one way of putting it.
With all of these different voices, do you feel like you get a lot of that? A lot of criticism?
Look, I don't want people to misunderstand this. I am not at all saying that I am at the caliber of people like Jesse or anybody else who's really putting their body on the line to make the world a better place. However,
but what you do is important.
But I play a role. Like, we all have a role, and this is mine. And and in a way, yeah, people are very easy to be like, well, she shouldn't give this person a platform. She shouldn't do this. She shouldn't do that. And I do think it's super easy to say that when you're just at home, like watching the clips on your phone. And I've been covering politics a long time. This is a time in our like political life where we have to really know what's going on. And we have to know what everybody is saying on all sides of the issue. Because I don't think that ignorance has served anybody well. And particularly, I get a lot of criticism from the left, from people who are like, why does she have MAGA people on the show? And it's like, well, you should know what they're saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Because just so you know, half the country voted for Trump and for Trumpism. And it's not helpful to be completely unaware of what is happening in those media ecosystems. So I personally think it's super important. And I want the debate. Like, we need to have that debate. I want it to be right there out in the open. And I also think that it's important for people on both sides to practice being challenged. Because what we've found on the show is that a lot of people are not used to being challenged. And when they have somebody literally staring them in the face saying, I disagree with you, for some people, they're like really taken aback. Like they don't really know how to deal with that, how to counter it, how to be quick, how to respond. And I think that is a really important skill in our politics, that we can go back and forth on the issues and we can really hash it out. And I I'll take the criticism from all sides, but I am very proud of what we do because I think that very few people are willing to do it. Very few people are willing to take the chance of even being criticized. And I don't mind it. Like, that's part of the job.
What about, because I know with your show, there's some moments that are like very hard hitting, right?
Yeah.
What about when that becomes like too much for you? Because I've seen people step away from those debate style shows because it becomes too much and it's triggering for them, especially for Black women. How do you kind of, because you get back up and do it again the next day? Like, what is your...
That's my responsibility. I unfortunately can't step away, but I understand when people do. And I actually think that is totally good and healthy. I think it's important to know your limits. And you know what? The good news about me not being able to step away is that it's my show. And I can draw the lines when I need to draw the lines. And And if you watch, as I know you do,
every night,
like you've seen the times when I've had to draw some lines at the table, and I don't do it that often because I want it to be not that common, because when I do, it's like when your mom, really tells you it's time to stop. That's kind of how I want it to be, where it's not like that happens all the time, but you know that when I've reached my limit, it's the end. Yeah. That's the limit. And I think that I can, because I'm the host, I can draw those lines around the kind of conduct that I will accept at the table.
Yeah.
And I have control over who shows up and who doesn't. And so for me, I take that on, the weight of having to show up every single day, but I don't discount any person saying, I need to take a break. I need a moment, because I think that's actually healthy for all of us, that we should take care of ourselves and our own well-being, even while we try to stay engaged. And I fully support that. And I also will say, Loren, that I think there are definitely people who cross the line. And that's part of the dynamic that is not within our control. And
give us an example.
And that's okay. I mean,
I think I know one.
Well, look, I mean, maybe the most famous one was the
Jillian Michaels.
You cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And it's totally partisan.
First of all, we don't have time to litigate all of this.
Of course we don't, because then you're going to lose the argument. Everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
You brought up slavery, and you brought up the question of whether. You brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is yes.
Of course. I did not say
in the United States
don't
is
straw man
about
my argument,
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are you
brought
talking
up
about?
Slavery.
Well, yeah, there was Jillian Michaels, but I'll say honestly, Jillian Michaels crossed the line in the sense that she said something that was kind of embarrassing, and we addressed it, but we never said to her, you're not welcome back.
Yeah, and I don't think she crossed the line either. I just think she just wasn't informed.
Yeah, that's her. She made a decision not to want to come back. But yeah, the thing about that was that she actually was talking about something that was important for people to be aware of was actually happening, because right after she said what she said about slavery and how it's overemphasized at museums and in the Smithsonian, guess who said the same thing? The president.
Yeah.
So if you had watched our show a couple of days before, you would have known what was coming. And it's not just that she said it, but the president said it. And then it actually became the policy that they're trying to implement at the White House. So I thought it was actually super important that was put out there, because I think people were not aware of the extent to which slavery was the core thing that they were mad about in terms of how it was being represented in our museums. So again, I think you're right. Like, I don't think that I just would describe that as crossing the line, but we addressed it as an important conversation that needed to be factually addressed. But there was another incident with a person who was on the show who said to another guest that, a Muslim guest, that their pager would go off.
Said that to Mehdi.
To Mehdi. Yeah. It was a reference to the Israeli, they'd like put bomb materials in pagers of the Houthi terrorists, and they went off.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing it.
You're called an You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and... No, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that...
you just say I should die?
You should not...
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
That was an actual line that was crossed, because you wishing death on a guest on the show is completely unacceptable. And he was told, and I said publicly on the show, he was not invited back. And so there are lines that are crossed, and I think people understand that I'll draw them when they need to be drawn. But I also think that we want to have real conversations. Sometimes they get a little bit messy, and that's okay. But I also think, disrespecting people in a way that is inhumane or, just there are some lines that we don't want to cross. And we'll draw those lines publicly, and I'll let everybody know what's going on. But for the most part, we're trying to encourage speech, not trying to squelch it.
If Jesse Jackson, right, was able to actually become president, get in office, just do things for people that he cared about, how would Barack Obama's presidency have been different? Kamala Harris just on this run, feeling like she has to dodge certain things and can't speak straight to black people. How would all of that be different if he had been able to get in office and do what he was doing before he was voted president or not voted president?
That's really interesting. It's such an interesting question. I mean, I think one of the reasons that Vice President Harris and Barack Obama have had to present a certain way to the American public is the perception that a broad swath of the electorate, especially white voters, won't take a black candidate seriously unless they are very buttoned up, have the resume all lined up, the whole thing. And that's accurate, right? That we all understand that. You kind of have to clear a higher bar in order to even be let in the door. And I do wonder if the country had successfully elected a black president who was running on a progressive platform 30 years ago, whether they would have that same burden. And I don't know, maybe they would not have. One of the things about Jesse Jackson is that his fluency in a wide range of issues, as somebody who never was elected to political office, who came out of the segregated South, who came out of a civil rights tradition, he was right up there with all the other candidates on the debate stage, talking about foreign policy, talking about economic policy, giving speeches. I mean, I would talk to people who would say that they would give him, like a 30-minute briefing, and he would go in there and he would weave a whole speech around an issue. He could take information in and very quickly turn it around into something that was compelling to an audience. And so he had a kind of intellect that was not very respected at the time. And I do think that, if the country had elected a black president, I think candidates today who are running, who are like Kamala Harris or Barack Obama, would not have to do so much to show white Americans in particular that they're qualified and that they have the basic, qualifications to fit the job. I think that added burden is one of the reasons that it's hard then to turn around and say to those same candidates, well, you've got to be authentic, because that same authenticity is what they get knocked for early on in their career. So I'm not suggesting that it's easy. I think it is difficult. You have to be able to do both things. And actually, I would say Obama actually did both things pretty well. He was incredibly credentialed, but he was incredibly authentic in the communities where he needed to be authentic in. And I do think that it is possible to do it, but it is absolutely a higher bar. And it's a higher bar still to this day because we've only done it once, elected a black person to the highest office in the land. And so there's still a lot that has to be dealt with in terms of people's preconceived notions of what people of color can do at high levels of political office.
My last question. When Cameron took a sip of Pink Horsepower on your show, like you just took a sip of that, right?
I knew you were going to bring this up.
And then when Cam said he was going to get some cheeks after your interview, did you understand what was happening in that moment?
Is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
I knew that we needed to end the interview. And obviously, I knew that we needed to end the interview. We were up against the end of the show, and we had to get to a certain time. So, I had to land that plane, and I did. And look, I mean, it was ridiculous, but as we know, that was the point. So,
did the person who had to transcribe the show afterwards ask you what that meant? What do you mean he had to get some?
Well, we all were just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's, I I'm not going to give this much more oxygen because I know that's part of the point. I know he was here a little while ago talking about it.
He said he sold out
but,
after you did the show.
I'm sure he did.
And he said before it wasn't personally anything with you. He just felt like the network only hits him up for things that aren't about what he does outside of all
I
of that.
will say is that we were told by his team that he wanted to talk about this, not the other way around. So we don't book people about things they don't want to talk about. So we would never bring someone on the show and force them to talk about something that they didn't agree to talk about. So I don't know. I mean, everybody, we have free will. We can do what we want. But like I said, I knew immediately. Actually, we knew pretty early on in the interview that we needed to get out as quickly as possible.
Why? Why?
It was. I mean, it was from the get go.
You can read the room. You know energy.
Yeah, I'm not new to this. Like I know from the beginning when somebody is not interested in being interviewed, and so we knew we needed to get out. But it was just a timing thing, when you're at the end of the show, and he was actually supposed to be on the show earlier, but was late. And so we were just figuring out how quickly we could hand off to Laura Coates at 11 o'clock. So.
That puts you in a good class, though. Cam's got some really good interviews with news anchors
Absolutely
from
not.
Anderson Cooper, Bill O'Reilly, now Abby Phillip. Abby got some great moments with people.
No Dipset on the playlist no more, huh?
Absolutely not. We are not. That is not a class of
and I think he said
I want to be
He
in.
said Abby's was his favorite. I asked him which one. Was it the Anderson Cooper 60-minute snitching interview, the Bill O'Reilly when he was like, you mad, or Abby Phillip? He said, yours. Because he sold out of Pink Horsepower.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. But,
do you take stuff like that personally when it happens?
No, absolutely not.
Not personally, but just like, why my show? I'm a black woman. I'm here on CNN. Like, why me?
No, you know what? I'll just say this because I've actually never talked about this before, but when that happened, our booker who booked that interview was a young woman, and she was very upset about it. And I said to her afterwards, and I said to my entire team, I was like, this is not going to be a reason that we play it safe. We are not going to take this as a moment to say, oh, this happened to us. We can't have people like that on our air again. I don't believe in that. I think that we are out here trying to hear from people who are interesting and different, and maybe sometimes it goes left. But we're not gonna come down on you for booking this interview because we want to bring interesting people onto the show. And it was important to me to convey to them that we're not gonna go into a little ball and be like, oh my God, this went viral and this was embarrassing. No. This too shall pass. Like, he had his moment. It was fine. I don't really care. Do I wish he didn't do that on the air? Yeah.
It was great.
But I'm not using it as an excuse to say that we're going to play it safe on television, because that's not what we're doing here. So,
you book a fantastic job. Fantastic booking. What's her name? Fantastic booking. Okay, does she book your show every night?
No, she is, unfortunately, she moved to a different city, so she's no longer with us. But
she was over it.
No, but it wasn't just her. I told her boss too.
Yeah,
and I was like, we are not going to treat this like some kind of major mistake, because it was not. It is television.
Yeah.
And sometimes in television, you have guests and you don't know what they're going to say. And the whole point of TV is not to be predictable and boring.
That's right.
So let's not do that.
I thoroughly enjoy your bookings. I thoroughly enjoy your show. Make sure y'all watch Abby Phillip on CNN Newsnight every night at 10. And then there's Table for Five comes on at 10 o'clock
a.m. on Saturdays.
Yeah, on Saturday.
And don't forget to buy the book.
Yes, A Dream Deferred. It's out right now. Jesse Jackson in the fight for black political power. It's Abby Phillip. It's The Breakfast Club.
Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
Made it.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everybody.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, guys. So Pastor Marvin Winans is back in conversation again, him and Perfecting Church. And this time it is because Tyler Perry has donated $100,000 to the church after seeing all of the fallout that we talked about in here last time, people being upset about
that's right.
the money that he was asking to donate. Let's take a listen to Pastor Marvin Winans last Sunday in church. Yes, Tyler Perry.
Some of you have been here at Perfecting for over 30 plus years. And I remember when we started just asking everyone that was a member to come every Sunday with a seed of $25. The church world went crazy. They went to talking about they making people pay. They paying a cover charge. They coming. For us to grow to a ministry where we can come and confidently give $1,000 plus. When the devil went crazy, folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this. Since it broke out Monday, one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry sent $100,000. So since last Sunday, it's gone up to about $650,000.
Oh, Tyler donated for the church.
Yes,
for the
church.
Okay.
Yes, to the church.
Gotcha.
So
that's amazing.
I forgot what Marvin was originally asking for.
Okay, yeah. So for everybody that may have forgot, originally when we reported this story, the church was taking donations because they are currently building out the church and they do a lot of things in the community. And he was asking for all of the members to donate $1,000 plus some that you get from other people outside the church. And it went viral because of the way he instructed one woman who came up and read out what she was offering the wrong way. And people were pissed about it. People were also upset about this too. The fact that they're talking about all this money that they've raised and they just feel like it shouldn't be happening as well. But yeah,
well, they're not buying cars, jewelry, and clothes. They're doing stuff for the community. I don't mind that. I just don't like where they're asking for a certain amount of money, whether it's $25 or $1,000. You know, people give what they can, and especially in this environment, in this climate where people are struggling and the cost of foods and goods are expensive, they should be able to give what they want and still be able to feel comfortable worshiping the Lord in church.
And I don't think Marvin Winans should say that the folks, he shouldn't be calling folks the devil because they didn't like how he handled someone in his congregation.
Correct.
Like, don't say that's the devil. That's not the devil.
Yeah, I think
it's just not some people's preference. Yeah, it's not the devil. It's just that's not.
I think
that don't sound crazy though. Everybody come donate $25. What happened if I only have 10? What happened if I only have 20?
He said 1,000. Everybody come and donate 1,000.
At first he said $25, and then they went later on and he wanted 1,000. But if I don't have it, and I just want to give 500, you gonna make me feel less than?
If you the same way they say, "Come as you are, donate what you can."
Yeah,
I agree.
That should be the motto.
And I mean that happens too when these type of donations or collections are happening as well. People donate way less than what they're asking for, but you always gonna get pushback around money in the church. There's always gonna be a thing, especially in the black church.
But Tyler,
especially when everybody broke.
Yes, during the times right now too.
But salute to Tyler. I understand now. I totally forgot that Marvin had asked for the money for the church prior, so he was just giving the money for the church.
Yes. Yep, that is what that is for.
Salute to Tyler.
Yes. Now, dang, we ending it. That'd be going so fast. Okay, so Michael Blackson. You guys remember Michael Blackson was here and he was talking about being able to have an open relationship, deal with other women in his relationship, and him and his fiance Rada. He talked a bit about that relationship as well too. We don't have the audio, but basically what he said was that he has other women that he deals with, but Rada knows who the women are, and it's something that they've agreed to be okay with. And Jess, I know you were on a show with them as well
contract.
too.
Yes, they have a contract in place.
Yes. Well, yesterday Michael Blackson announced that he had a new baby, that he says it's a baby boy, and he says that it's a male friend that he's known for over 5 years. This woman gave birth to the baby boy that is bringing him so much joy.
A female friend.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, you said a male friend.
Oh shoot, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I said female friend. Yes. Yeah. Female friend that he's known for over 5 years that gave birth to a baby boy, and he says his apologies for waiting so long, but he didn't know how to do it. He says his older 10 boys who are now 18 didn't find out till last night, and my own mom didn't even know. He said, I love kids, and I want to thank God for bringing me 2 more healthy boys. My apologies to Rada, and I hope she forgives me for the pain I've brought her. I'm going to be the best loving father in the world. To avoid turning into Nick Cannon or Elon Musk, I'm only dating women that ran out of period or have had a hysterectomy now. And then he shows you photos of the baby. And Rada has responded to that, because after this post went up, of course, people instantly, they were really upset for her.
We're going to talk about it after Donkey.
Well, we want to open up the phone lines too and discuss 800-585-1051. We'll break it down more. They have an open relationship. He had a baby outside of his main relationship with Rada. And people are saying, well, that should be expected. They have an open relationship, but we'll break it down more and we'll start taking your phone calls. 800-585-1051. Charlamagne, donkey today. Who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, I don't know what's going on with these parents and these schools.
Something else?
It's something else. It's another one, man. There's a woman named Brandy Covington. She's from Florida. She's 40 years old. She need to come to the front of the congregation. We need to have a word with her. I know the lady from Detroit called me earlier and
she might call you back.
but it's not my fault. It's not my fault. These people keep doing these crazy things at these schools. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
It's always my fault. Okay? It's my fault for calling out the obvious, okay? Donkey of the day for Tuesday, October 28th goes to Brandy Covington, okay? She is 40 years old, and she hails from the great state of Florida. What does your Uncle Sharla always say about the great state of Florida? Say it with me. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now, I don't know why we the people don't have better conflict resolution skills, okay? Yesterday, I gave Donkey of the day to a brother from Michigan who allegedly threatened to shoot up an elementary school after his kid wasn't given a treat at snack time. Well, today we have a mom who is accused of threatening to bomb a high school. Now, I said yesterday that the brother from Detroit should have handled the situation differently, meaning you don't have to threaten the teacher or threaten to shoot up the school. None of that, allegedly. Okay, just calmly request a meeting with the teacher or school administration to discuss your child not receiving a snack, because when you're in this private setting, emotions are less heightened. Okay, the teacher and school can explain the snack policy, then both parties can find a solution. This approach reduces conflict, it opens up communication, and it's just always good to have a witness around so nobody can say you said something you didn't. This is what I said yesterday. Well, this woman, Brandy Covington, actually did that. She actually had a conversation with a school employee who tried to explain to her why her daughter's boyfriend had his school lunch account flagged. He had an apparent lack of funds, and since he had a lack of funds, he had his school supplied lunch taken away. So the employees explained the school's process of dealing with students without money in their account. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm already confused. See, I understand someone feeling a way about their child, but your daughter's boyfriend? But I have to keep telling myself this is Florida. So let me hear it out. Now, I don't know why this young man's school lunch isn't free. I had to look up the school. It's Rockledge High School. I had to look it up this morning to make sure they wasn't a private school, because I personally feel like all public schools should have free lunch. That's usually the case, right? I haven't been, in a school in decades, but public schools usually have free breakfast and lunch regardless of, the family's income. Or maybe I'm making this up. I don't know. Regardless of what the policy is, the school employee tried to explain the policy and the process to her, and then Brandy got bucked. She wasn't having it. She called the school, cursed out the staff, and said, allegedly, I'll be over there to blow that effing school up. Okay, then she called again from the assistant principal's office, because she actually went to visit the district offices and threatened to burn the school down. So listen, she spoke to an employee, then visited the district offices and called the school from the district offices to make even more threats. That's not how any of this should be handled, okay? If that young man don't have no money on his account for lunch, it's not the school's fault. Even though I do wonder why the school doesn't have a free lunch policy, but this is what I said yesterday. Always feel free to gather information and policy review. This is what Brandy did. She just didn't like the policy review. But when you don't like someone's policy review, this isn't the way to handle it, okay? Now, when police came to Brandy's house, Brandy admitted to the calls, but of course she denied threatening to harm the school. Of course she did. But she was arrested and now faces the charge of threatening to discharge a destructive device, and she was released on a $75,000 bond. Okay, usually it's what, 10%, so it's $7,500. Let me tell you something, man. Once again, this is what happens when a human doesn't do their jail math. Now, I don't know why you was calling this high school for your daughter's boyfriend. It's Florida, so it's possible that's both y'all boyfriend, but I digress. Okay? You got to do your jail math. What is your jail math? Your jail math is when you find yourself in a situation and you have to calculate whether or not you can afford to do whatever time you will have to do if you react a certain way to said situation. Brandy had to pay bond. Now she's got to hire a lawyer to fight to keep her out of prison. I have one simple question, Brandy. If you got the money to do all that, why didn't you just put the money in your daughter's boyfriend account so then he would have the funds to get his school supplied lunch? Am I the only one that remembers all of this started because her daughter's boyfriend had his school supplied lunch taken away from him due to lack of funds in his account, so you can afford to allegedly curse the staff at the school out, threaten to blow the school up, and then afford to be released on a $75,000 bond, but you can't afford to make sure your daughter's boyfriend had a little money in his account for lunch? Don't wreck your brain trying to understand this. Just remember one thing. Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Florida. Please give Brandy Covington the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey,
Loren,
of the day. Yee-haw.
Y'all want to play a game of Guess What Race It Is? Or y'all know?
Yes, let's play a game.
You want to play a game?
Yeah.
Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is! Brandy Covington of Florida, okay? Her daughter's boyfriend had his school lunch account flagged because he had an apparent lack of funds, so she called and threatened to blow the school up because of it. Guess what race it is? DJ Envy?
Her name is Brandy or?
Brandy.
Brandy.
Yes, Covington.
Covington.
Yes.
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Blow up the school.
Yes.
Like.
Damn.
Down.
That's crazy. Why you think that? I just want to know.
Brandy?
What that mean?
I don't know any white Brandies. You know white Brandies?
I know plenty of white Brandies.
White high school. Yes, I do know white Brandies.
I'm thinking Brandy and Brandy.
That's your problem. You think just because Brandy the singer is black that is all Brandy. Like, you an idiot. You're an idiot. You should be deported. Jess Hilarious.
What?
Brandy Covington, 40 years old, hails from the great state of Florida, called to threaten to blow up a school because her daughter's boyfriend had his school lunch account flagged for apparent lack of funds. Guess what race she is?
She's white.
Okay.
Why?
Because her daughter's boyfriend did not have money.
So only white people don't have money?
No, I'm just saying, like, no black mother is about to care about their daughter's boyfriend not having accounts. Not having money to get lunch.
That is a great point.
Like, what? A black mom would help that little boy out here. Or pack lunch. Here, get this to your boy. Get his sandwich to Lord Devontae or whatever. No.
All the black mother would say, you got your nose open over that little boy. That boy don't care nothing about you. I don't give a damn about that little broke ass boy.
Okay, some mothers would go that route.
Let his parents put money on his account.
But you know, black moms don't care. They're like a village. They like, all right, look, if he ain't got no lunch, here, you take him this or whatever. You share it with him, or I'm going to give him some money until his parents pay me back.
Well, one of y'all is right, one of y'all is wrong, and I would like to say that DJ Envy, you are absolutely positively wrong. Jess Hilarious, you are correct. Brandy Covington is Caucasian.
And then also, I went to high school, like a predominantly white high school, and so I know things about like white kids that blacks don't. So
Okay.
And that's something that a white family would do.
Awesome.
Sources close to white families.
Right. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, let's open up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. Now, quickly, just break down Michael Blackson and his fiancée, Ryder.
So Michael Blackson and his fiancee Rada were in an open relationship, and he let the world know yesterday that he has welcomed a child with a female friend for over 5 years. And Rada is, of course, upset, and she says she is no longer being a part of the circus.
All right, so let's open up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. We'll break it down. If you look at some of the comments, it was everywhere yesterday. People were saying, well, you have an open relationship. That's what you expect. What, you got something?
I was just going to say, we got the audio from when Michael Blackson was here explaining the relationship, too, whenever you need
We'll do
that.
it when we come back?
Yeah,
we'll do it when we come back. We'll take your calls. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. If you're just joining us, we were talking about Michael Blackson and his fiancee, Rada. Yesterday, he announced that he had a baby 2 months after his baby with Rada. So break it down and what happened.
Yeah, so he posted that he just had another baby with a friend of 5 years. And he apologized to Rada in his announcement of the baby. And she, she's upset about it. And she said she's no longer going to be a part of the circus. And she understands that, people thought that this was embarrassing for her. But she loved him. And she thought she understood him.
All right, so people are saying 800-585-1051. They had an open relationship. And people are saying, well, they had an open relationship. What do you expect? Like, he slings his penis around.
But it was rules to this one. I know it sounds crazy, but it was arranged. Like, they had a contract in place. Like, he has rules. He's not supposed to buy the women nothing to eat. Like, after he has sex with them, he can only have 3. Yeah, right. He can only have 3 women per month. Like, condoms have to always be used.
But condoms could break.
I understand, but that's...
Women are hungry.
That's like...
You just finished eating
What?
What?
You should be full for a while after eating something like that,
Well, maybe there's not enough to fill her up.
But that's what it is. I mean, she been said she was tired of this. She been said she was going to leave, but she does love him because she thought she understood him. That's why she put the contract in place. She was just trying to compromise with her man.
But do you think what a lot of people are saying, they had an open relationship, and even though there's a contract, things happen,
right, things do happen,
and that was something that could have happened, and it happened.
I mean, I don't think it's rules or stipulations you can put on something like that. It's either monogamy or polygamy.
Correct. Now, Loren, you've been in a relationship like this before, so...
I've never been in an open relationship. Don't start that.
I'm sorry.
Don't start that conversation. No, I've never been in an open relationship.
But what do you think?
Somebody had a baby on you?
Yeah, but it wasn't an open relationship. But I just feel like, I feel bad for Rada. I understand, though, she kind of put herself in a situation, but I feel really, really bad for her because even though things happen, I do think that you just got to try your best not to let it happen. When she already letting you do all this stuff. You can't just pull out, make sure the condom don't break.
You can't make sure the condom don't break. Condoms break.
Also on top of this, right? She just had a baby.
Yes.
So postpartum, it could be like in effect right now, postpartum depression, I'm sorry. Could be, I'm not diagnosing her, but I'm just saying like, she just had a baby. So all of this public embarrassment from Mike, it's just like, everything is not funny all the time. And that's if you were apologizing to her, this was not the way to do it. Like, it didn't even have to be...
She said the apology was a joke.
I don't think Michael Blackson, it didn't sound like he cared too much. He seemed like he's a comedian. He gonna find out the funny in everything.
Yeah.
That's comedians.
I think you sound like a hoe.
You think what?
I think you sound like a hoe.
Why?
Oh my God.
I don't think this is none of your business or my business. Like, let the women have this conversation. I don't know nothing about these people.
No, I'm talking about comments. I'm reading what people are saying. That's why they're saying that, they had an open relationship, and we got people on the line.
Shut up, Charlamagne.
I am.
Hello, who's this?
Yo.
What you thought? What's your thought, Jay?
Jay. So I was gonna tell y'all I had the same situation.
What?
Man, look, I thought I was having my first son, and it turned out to be I was having my first daughter. So
what?
Hold on.
What are you talking about,
They got the gender of the baby.
No, they turned out to be ghetto twins. Like, I was having a son, but another girl was having a little girl.
So you was having 2 kids at one time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure. So the girl, she ended up telling me kind of late down the line. Sound like the same situation with Michael Blackson. Like, trust me, if he would have found out probably prior, like, let's say conceived, like when it was conceived, it would have been a Planned Parenthood in action.
Damn, but nah, he loved kids.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Michael Blackson said he loves kids,
so
and he say, you know, he wouldn't get rid of his kids. But
Yeah.
I will say that when you have an open relationship, things happen.
Yeah.
Right? When things are allowed. Danielle, hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now it says you're in an open relationship, Danielle.
Yes, I am.
Talk to us.
Your phone sound amazing, Danielle.
Yes,
what kind of phone you using?
That's that new iPhone. That's that new iPhone that they bought me. So I'm telling you, that didn't work.
I know that's right.
Wow.
Wait,
I need to go
all
get
of them
one.
put money together?
I love this relationship.
iPhone what?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying is that that can't come with as far as that pregnancy, but there are rules and that we have to follow. It's almost like a contract. So I'm older than both of them. I don't want any more kids. They have two. They want another one. I would never try to get pregnant on purpose. That can't come with it, but we already know we take measures not to get pregnant. But once you have those rules and everything worked out, it can be a great thing. We were together all this weekend doing Halloween activities with our kids. If I need somebody to go pick up my child from school, they there. We help each other financially. We do have our adult time where we do things as far as trips, going out. Now, I'm single, but it does make it hard if I was trying to date because they fulfill everything that I need financially, friendship. I still go out with her. I go out with him. We go out together. We travel together. Plus, our kids know each other. We help each other with that. So it's like a whole little system.
You said when you first answered the phone, you was in an open relationship, and then now you saying you single. That should be one of the rules.
No.
You can't be out here saying you single.
I'm saying when I have been single and dating,
okay,
they set the bar so high that I don't even want to do that.
Oh, you comfortable where you at?
Got
now,
you.
What if you did get pregnant? Let's say you did get pregnant by accident.
Hello, Arizona.
Hello, Arizona.
Damn.
Hello. We both.
I mean, she can still go get an abortion. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. All I know is you got me looking at iPhone 17s. I need that iPhone 17 because your phone sounds amazing.
That and the pictures are amazing on iPhone 17, by the way, too.
Some applications. I might have to, but we closed over here.
I hope I got a free I hope I'm eligible for a free upgrade.
All right. Thank you, Mama. Hello, who's this?
Is this Eddie Blake from Dayton?
What's up, Eddie Black from Dayton? What's your opinion?
Man, I believe old girl's getting what she signed up for. She's okay with being in an open relationship, so she has to be able to accept that this is what's going to happen. I mean, if you think about it, where's the equivalent exchange? Is she able to go out and get banged out by a bunch of dudes openly and, come back with a baby? Where's the equivalent exchange? I believe it's, the monetary value. She's there for the money. I mean, think about it. Why else would anybody be?
She got her own money.
She got her own
money?
money?
Yeah.
What does she do? Because I didn't watch the show.
I'm not sure. She comes from money though. That's the thing. She don't need his money. Yeah.
So she with this dude just out of love.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
she
just
said
love
she
him,
loved him, and she thought she understood the little boy inside that wanted to be loved, and that's why she stuck around for so long.
But she's not involved with the open relationship part, right? She's not seeing other guys. It's just she just allows him to see other women.
Well, why? Like, is the happiness reciprocated that way? Like, what is she getting out of it?
Nah, she can't. Like, so look, per the rules of the contract, when I was around them, no, like she's not able to go out and do. But that's the thing, she don't even want to. She wants to be with Michael, and she wants Michael to only be with her, but that's not what he want to do, So she's just trying to compromise and please her man or whatever to stay with him.
Well, then she's a fool. She's a fool who wasn't raised right. Because dude looked like Gollum from Beowulf. How many times she gonna let him buttersucker herself out of her panties?
I understand. I get it.
He's not that funny.
Damn.
I can see. I don't get it, but that's how dudes is. So it happens.
Hey, tell him, King, you wouldn't sleep with him.
I wouldn't sleep with her. She's a bottom feeder, apparently.
Damn. Right. All right, bro. Thank you.
See, that's why I can't even play with people no more. He ain't even denying it.
He went even lower.
I wouldn't sleep with him or her.
He went right over that.
I mean, because everybody's so gay now. Back in the day, that would have hit. But
back in the day, that would have hit. Now we so fluid.
Everybody's so gay with it now. It's like whatever.
Hello, who's this?
Shay from Detroit.
Hey, what up, though?
Hey, girl.
What's up, Shay? Talk to us.
Hey, good morning to everybody. Hey, Beth, I love you the most.
I love you too.
But I just want to say about that. Thank you. I just want to say about that situation with him and her. Like, how you gonna say you don't want to be a part of the circus? You are the circus. A female who got a contract with a man, this is what you deserve. Like, any of the stuff they do or put out to the media when you get embarrassed, don't be mad about it now. So I just feel like she shouldn't be saying nothing like that. Like, you allowed that for so long and you get what you deserve. And I'm not mad at no man if a woman allows him to do what he do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I want to touch on one thing too. Thank you, Secretary, for giving him that money too. But I don't respect that he did put a price on what should be inside of the church. But we took that church sitting on that corner and it's just sitting there forever. They need some money to be the city.
Okay. I don't know what you said, but yes, salute.
Just thanks, Salisbury, for giving money.
You know what it is, man? None of y'all saw the movie Twa in the year 2000.
What is it?
It's a movie called Twa. It came out in the year 2000. It would, deter you and scare you from this type of behavior, but
All right, I gotta watch it. You said
Twa.
Twa.
T-R-O-I.
What you heard? Y'all ain't see in the early 2000s. Okay.
Enemy definitely saw in the early 2000s.
I didn't see that.
That was all around New York. That was all around New York. That. Okay.
What is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is you was out here
I don't know.
I was
not talking to you. I was talking to
That's
Jess.
how people was getting record deals in the early 2000s in New York by looking at that.
Listen, understand for Ryder, right? The moral of the story is, listen, God will allow for the same thing to keep happening to you until you wake up, right? Because she said she was done a long time ago before she had a kid with him, before he proposed 3 times and didn't marry her, but he proposed just to shut her up, before he told her, like, yo, I cannot be faithful. It is what it is. I'm not a one-woman man. Like, you have to know you can't change a person. And you keep getting hurt and you keep getting hurt. And God will allow it to happen until you wake up and you see your value. So, if you really trying to lead a circus, go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave.
God bless her. That is a tough pain to deal with.
And then with Mike, he was honest the whole time about everything. So I can't even, you know what I'm saying?
Why he
just gotta
keep being
find
funny in
somebody
his
that's
apologies?
really okay with.
He keep being funny in his apologies. I know he's a
'Cause he's a
comedian.
comedian.
Nah, but certain stuff though, it's like, bro,
That's not true.
That's embarrassing.
Everything is funny.
But listen, like,
she just had a baby. That is not funny.
I know to us, but like for real, it was some deep therapy being done on a show, right? Couples retreat. And Michael, that's his way of like doing, because he was even telling us about like some of his issues that they had. They were robbed when they were younger and all this type of stuff. And he made a lot of it into a joke, but it was all real. So that could be his therapy. That could be the way he coped, just making things funny.
All right. Well, we got the latest with Loren coming up. What are we talking about?
We do. We're going to talk Black Panther because yesterday, Damson Idris was with Angela Bassett at Vogue World, and it sparked some rumors, again, reignited, that he might be joining that franchise as T'Challa, a new T'Challa. Let's talk about it.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Come on.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, Halloween is this week, and my kids just told me that they want me to do trunk or treat. And I've been looking up all types of decorations and stuff. I don't want to do it.
Why you don't do trunk or treat at the school? They do trunk or treat at the school?
Yeah, that my kids want me to do it there, but they want me to put my
car.
But I don't want to do it, and I told them like 3 times, like, it's supposed to rain. I try to give mad excuses.
No.
And they just like, so.
What day is Halloween?
Friday.
Oh, we dressing up?
Hey, you do that?
Yeah, we be dressing up in here.
Yes. Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we be dressing up in here.
Where you going to be this year?
Oh, my
I don't know yet.
Yes, you do. He ordered his costume months ago. He's a liar, man. Look at me laughing, liar.
No. He be ready.
Let's get to the latest with Laura.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So, Vogue World happened over the weekend, and there was a lot going on there. So this year, Vogue World Hollywood, they did a nod to a lot of the amazing fashion that you find in a lot of the big films and big, huge Hollywood characters. So you had Black Panther sets. I saw Anouk, the model Anouk. She did the Edward Scissorhands set. Dope. There was a lot going on. Doja Cat performed. Ton of celebrities there. Ton of big names there. But there was a photo backstage that was taken of Angela Bassett and Damson Idris. Now, Angela Bassett and Damson Idris both walked on it's like, they set it up like the movie where they'll have like the costumes and even some of the people from a movie or a series, right? Mm-hmm. But then they also do a runway portion. Now, they both walked the runway. Angela Bassett closed the runway out. But this photo, and Tiana Taylor opened it with like choreography. She also walked as well. And this is not her first time doing Vogue World. She always tears it down at Vogue World. But this photo that was taken behind the scenes of Damson and Miss Angela Bassett has sparked or reignited the conversation of, is he going to be a reimagined T'Challa in Black Panther? And I've been told by a source close to production that no, he is not.
Damn.
It is not happening. But
they wouldn't tell you if they were. This is Marvel.
It would be a surprise.
Like,
That wouldn't be truthful.
You remember
with you.
back in the day? I'm talking about way back in the day when Chadwick Boseman did Breakfast Club. This is like, he did it like 3 times. This was like his first time, like long time ago. And I asked him about the rumors of him playing Black Panther.
And he denied it.
He didn't pop out as Black Panther for like another 5 years.
Yeah. So I did say that. I said, I know some of those things that you're not going to say it because there's a huge rollout. That universe is so well kept. So I get it. But
you just said you believed it.
From what I was told, because the person I'm talking to is a person that would know. So as of right now, what I'm told is no. So if it changes, we'll have the inside there too.
Like it's locked down. Like even when you're up to audition for a role, you cannot even talk about that. If you're auditioning for like something Marvel, whatever, you can't even talk about it.
How you know?
I don't know.
Listen, to say I don't know about Damson as Black Panther, but I know Tiana Taylor should have always been one of the Dora Milaje.
Have you seen her on the runway?
No,
I didn't know you watched stuff like that.
I just said
you
that
just
for no
showed us
reason.
the picture.
No, but did you watch the video?
Yes, I did. That's why
Okay,
I
because
said
the picture, she looks amazing, but the video, she ate it down. I didn't know you watched.
Yes, I'm so sick of y'all acting like Tiana not one of the most naturally talented people on the planet. By the way, I didn't watch. I saw the video because her mama posted it, and I was thinking to myself, damn, Miss Nikki, you about to get Tiana fired from Marvel. You're not supposed to be posting this.
Wow.
I thought they was filming or something.
Yes.
I didn't realize that they was doing the runway.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tiana's like Batman. Anything she prepares for, she
can kill.
bodies.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Down.
She
She
gets
gets
busy.
down. And she goes from the choreography to then the walk, and it's just so flawless, so effortless as she does it. So in Vogue World is they do this whole thing to raise money for the arts. So they were able to raise $4.5 million, which will be donated directly to support the costume community, professionals who have been impacted by the recent LA wildfires. So
that's dope.
That's
great reasoning as well. Now, I was gonna say transforming because I'm thinking about Black
girl,
Panther.
now what? Now cut it out.
No, in other news, we're going to transitioning.
You all right today? You okay?
No, something wrong. She ain't been the same since homecoming this weekend. Something wrong, I'm telling you.
First of all, I got rest last night, so I'm good now. But I really was thinking about transforming because I'm thinking about Tiana. But in other TV, in Hollywood news, Maury. Oh my God, Jess, stop. Maury sat down with Nick Cannon for We Play in Spades, and he talked about the era of the 90s, all the talk shows.
Maury. You mean Maury?
Maury.
He was going to say Maury.
She said Maury. I was like, who the hell is a Maury? I don't know who Maury.
Y'all get on me about
Maury.
Jaguar. Maury.
Jaguar?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's take a listen to the clip.
Nobody in here pronounce nothing. How dare y'all? How dare any of us correct anybody?
We know Maury, though.
Yeah.
The golden age of daytime television.
It was the 90s, okay?
Yeah.
There were like 12 of us.
Yeah.
And it was such a time, believe it or not, I'm doing a documentary on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Of all the talk shows in the 90s.
Such a good idea.
Wow. And so, from Oprah to Phil Donahue to Geraldo to Sally
Montel,
Jenny
Ricky
Jones, Ricky Lake.
Okay, so all 12 of you guys are hanging out like the Avengers in a room. Who's the one that everyone else is talking about?
I'll tell you a story about it. So Phil Donahue, on his 25th anniversary, NBC gives him a big primetime show and invites all the daytime talk show hosts to do a skit on the show. We are all in the green room. Oprah, me, Geraldo, Jenny Jones, all of them. Not one of us are talking to each other. Our egos are so big, we don't want to even talk to anybody.
And you guys talk for a living.
That was such a good time in TV.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, such a good time.
How old are you?
I was young. I used to come home from school. I think I was in like maybe elementary school. Elementary school. I just remember getting off school and my mom or my grandma would be watching the different shows.
And you would sit down and watch it with them.
Yeah.
That's how I got
or
put
on the
on to
weekends.
Tyler Perry. My dear. I came home and my mother was watching a play and I just ever since been
all those shows were so different too. Every single one of those individuals had their own identity and their own lane. But I will say all those individuals would interview whoever they wanted and they didn't give a damn what the crowd was talking about. Okay, you would see all the so-called problematic people, all the people y'all would want to cancel. Y'all be wanting to cancel people for even interviewing those people nowadays.
They definitely
Donahue, all of them did
Maury,
it and didn't give
Jerry
a damn what you
Springer.
was talking about. And that's what made for good television.
Especially Springer, man. Jerry Springer.
He did not care.
Please,
He did not care.
And he was instigating too.
Absolutely.
Well, Springer was different. Springer was more like, what do you call that? Conflict TV, reality TV. He never had like real interviews on there. Like Donahue would have like
sit downs.
Donahue would have like the Grand Wizard of the KKK on.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about?
You know?
They never got canceled.
Donahue used to have the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
They would go crazy.
Yeah, I seen some
crazy
crazy viral old videos of Oprah too, bringing some white people on them shows.
It's Breakfast Club. You guys are different. You
All right.
Y'all.
That is the
Get
latest
your friend.
with Lauren. I need Maury to come back up. You know, every time Maury came up here, he'd be like, "You are the father. You are the father." For how many kids I got? But I had an extra kid.
Oh yeah,
so I didn't even do 6. I didn't
get him back up
Emmy.
here.
Okay.
What's up?
She done came from my head twice.
You mad? First of all, the caller this morning had to reveal
Hey, somebody
your
bring the
sources.
handheld camera in here, okay?
Okay.
What happened?
We're going to do Lauren how we tried to do Tory Lanez back in the day.
Oh, no.
There's some in the back. There's some in the top.
First of all, I
Oh, my
bust
God.
my head open. He thinks it's funny.
And you almost died.
At least
She got a
mine
bald
started
spot in the
growing
back?
back. Yours
Yeah.
been fighting for its life ever since. You got to get your
camera.
She got a
Stop,
bald spot?
y'all. Stop. Yeah, she got a bald spot, but
Oh,
she
damn.
could have died. Stop.
I'm sorry.
He over there looking like a ball spot. Let's wrap this.
I can get you just for a minute. Covers that.
Lauren
It
LeJefferson.
Oh my God, but
I
that's just
had
for men. Stop,
stitches.
y'all.
That's Lauren LeJefferson.
Yup.
That is the latest with Lauren. Let's get up out of here. The People's Choice Mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yo, chat. We'll see you later, chat. Peace.
Bye, love y'all.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. I have to go find some decorations for trunk or treat,
Yes.
which I really don't want to do.
You
I
gotta
threw
do it.
everything out and my kids not to do it. Nah, but we go trick or treating.
Yep.
Nah,
You
we
act
said-
like your kids are not smart. All they can do is check the weather. All they gotta do is check the weather.
You right, and that's what they did. They was like, no, Dad, you can do it. We can do it. Just I don't even know what to put in there. Like, what do you put? Like, I know.
You gotta
I know
ask them.
You
Let
never
them
decorated
get
your trunk
creative.
before?
No.
Oh.
You decorated yours?
Oh, my wife, but
Exactly. He never did it.
I don't know what. I don't know if you put something in a cushion or a comforter under it and put can. I don't know.
See, this Halloween is easy for me because my son don't celebrate it and my daughter too young to even know what it is. So I'm happy. I don't got to do none of that. But I will be dressing up Friday, and I hope Charlotte will be dressing up Friday as well because I got 4 shows this weekend at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. Get your tickets if you haven't yet. JessHilariousOfficial.com. I'll be giving away a cash prize to the person that show up in the best Halloween costume. Me and Desi will be in our costumes. So make sure you get your tickets.
All right. Now we got a salute to Abby who stopped through earlier today, right?
Abby Phillip, man.
Yes. I can't the sheet was going.
You make it sound like Dear Abby. Y'all remember Dear Abby back in the day when they used to write into the newspaper? Yes. Abby Phillip. She has a new book out right now called A Dream Deferred.
Yes.
A Dream Deferred. Jesse Jackson in the fight for black political power. Plus, Abby has my favorite show on cable news, man. I love CNN Newsnight at 10 o'clock, and I watch Table for 5 on Saturday mornings at 10. And the reason I love that show is because of the diversity of thought that she has on that show. It ain't just, a bunch of Democrats. It's conservatives. It's independents. I really enjoy it.
All right. Well, salute to her. And you got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note, man, be yourself. Okay, the easiest thing to be is really yourself, okay? Because nobody can be like you. Nobody on this planet is designed like you. But, nowadays, most people are other people, okay? Their thoughts are someone else's opinions. Their lives are a mimicry. Their passions are a quotation, okay? So really, 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 really lean in to being yourself. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?